Hey, this is E-Rock reporting for FullMetalRock.com, coming to you live from the Token Lounge in Westland, Michigan, and it is my pleasure to welcome with us today Mr. Bobby Amaru of Saliva. Welcome.
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Pretty good. Thank you for taking the time out. I know you guys are busy.
Yeah.
So how's it going? How's the tour been going so far?
It's been going great. We're about 3.5 weeks in of a 2.5 month tour. It seems like it's going to end May 10th, this run. Basically just kind of doing the cycle of, the record come out, just awareness and just promoting that. That's what we're doing, so.
Yeah, so you've been touring with Saliva for a little while now. My first time seeing you actually was last summer at Rockapalooza in Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great show, by the way.
Thank you, man. Yeah, there's Rockapalooza, man.
Yeah, so since then, have things gotten any easier, so to speak, for you to be? You feel more settled in?
It never gets easier, man. But it's what I mean by that. For a singer, it's like you have to take care of yourself. You can't get too crazy, especially when you're going out and you're doing 5-6 nights in a row.
Right.
One day off.
Right. Do you ever do, like, before shows, do you ever do any, like, vocal warm-ups or anything like that, or you just go out?
Sometimes. I try not to overdo that, though, because usually the first song or two is kind of the warm-up.
Yeah.
My voice will kind of go to it. I can usually just tell if I'm going to have a good night or, a not-so-good night. It all depends. I think that's just the way it is with any singer, though. So you have to kind of make sure you don't talk too much, during the day. Just try to sleep. I sleep till like 2 in the afternoon, at 2 p.m. usually, and then I wake up and it's like, all right, you know what I mean?
Do you still find that, maybe you're still trying to win over certain fans, or do you just go out there and do what you do?
What it is for me now, it's like, it's no different, man. I just get in the mentality and just go on stage and try to kill it every night, man, no matter where we're at, no matter if it's a huge stage, tons of people, festivals, or whatever. It's all about, just pure annihilation, man, for me, my mindset. So, no, it's not really about, people are going to like you or don't like you or hate you, It's one or the other. So, that doesn't bother me. It's just more or less like, just try to just be the best that I can be, man, and us just go out and just deliver a good rock show. That's what it's all about.
So speaking of shows, you mentioned festivals and stuff, and you're playing here at the Token. It's a smaller venue. Do you have like a preference? Like, what do you like better, or is it just all the same?
I like them all, man. I like performing. Obviously, like in a smaller room, it's going to be a lot more intimate. The radio shows are a little different. Bigger stage, so more moving around, more area and stuff. And sometimes you don't have to play as long. You do a festival 30 minutes,
Right.
Awesome. So.
Cool. About the new album, I know that In It to Win It was released for the fans only, like online.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind re-releasing it under a different title? Like, why not re-release it under In It to Win It?
We felt that Rise Up was a stronger title. More of a statement, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
That's where we're at. It's where we feel. That's the kind of where we're, where we're in right now. So,
how would you describe the new album, either thematically or musically, like compared to the other Saliva albums?
To me, I feel like there's still we got back to more rock, what the band is about. It was always about, really, not trying to chase radio, really. But at the same time, just, Saliva's always had hooks and always had, those kind of big melodies and, loud guitars and big drums and stuff. So for us, for this record, it was just we wanted to make sure we had the right songs. So songwriting was first and foremost. That was the, you don't have a good song, you don't have shit.
Right.
So it's like, for us, we wanted to do that, and I feel like it's got a little bit of everything, man. Old school Saliva fans can like a lot of the songs or whatever, and there's songs like She Can Sure Act Crazy or like 1,000 Eyes that are just different.
Right.
You would never really imagine that being a Saliva type of sound musically, but it is, you know,
Right.
it's 'cause these guys, we just challenged each other to do different things, try different riffs, not make it stale, not make it seem like the previous 2 records or few records or whatever, you know, just try to new fire, man.
Yeah.
Saliva 2.0 kind of thing. You know what I mean? So.
That's cool. I've heard 1,000 Eyes. That's a great track. It's one
Thanks,
of my
man.
favorite
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
Can you describe for me a little bit of the creative process in writing the songs? You guys start off with a riff, a melody, a pen, or do you guys collaborate?
Sometimes it's a concept, sometimes it's a riff. 1,000 Eyes was like a concept because we were targeting The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
One of the producers was a fan of the band and was like, man, you guys should write a song for Walking Dead. Duly noted, we will do that. So we did. Obviously, you know, missed that boat. But I mean, really, that show doesn't really have a lot of music in it anyway.
Right.
So we it didn't matter though. It was good. It was a good challenge for us, and that riff, man. Oh my God, it's just like so cool and unique, and no one will ever know how to play it unless you like, you know what I mean? I've asked because it's weird how it's played. So
Yeah.
but.
Who are some of your musical influences or mentors?
Musical.
We'll stick with musical influences, like, you know, bands that you were into growing up.
Man, I was into I was a freaking Headbangers Ball kid. I used to like sit in front of like the TV and watch Motley Crue videos and like all that stuff growing up. That was cool to me just because of visually, like it was like a freak. They look like superheroes or something, you know. So, and man, I like so much music though, so it's hard to say. I come from a music family. You know, I really liked Pantera, man, in the 90s, like Alice in Chains and Soundgarden. And then I like bands like Oasis. You know? I like everything, man, so.
Do you have any guilty pleasures when it comes to music? Maybe some
oh, man.
Miley Cyrus or
no, hell no.
T.I. or something?
No. Dude, like we cranked a lot of 80s like Docket and things like that, but sort of something like off the wall, I'd have to say, man, like probably like just different shit, man. Like I'll turn on like a bunch of Brit pop stuff, Brit rock stuff, and listen to that, like alternative shit. But guilty pleasures, man, it's kind of hard to say. Seal, but Seal's great. I love Seal, you know.
That's kind of out there. It's, you know, Motley Crue to Seal's a big big range.
But I mean, you know, I just like all that stuff, man. Skinner, I like it all. So
cool. Now, being with these guys for a couple of years or so, is there any jokers in the band? And
Paul Crosby, yes.
Can you tell
Paul
us?
Crosby for sure. Like he's the joker of the band for sure. Yeah, he's just insane out of his mind.
Anything he's done to you or other people?
He does it to everybody. he's always messing with people and fucking with people. And but it's good. It's great. It brings a. We did like a Bubba the Love Sponge. We were on his show like a few weeks back when we were in Florida, and he's like a morning guy. Not sure if you've heard of him, but he's got like his whole compound, dude, like where he does his show and stuff, and he's syndicated in like 30 stations, and I think he's on the Howard Stern show in the morning, like on Sirius.
Okay.
And he's got a full bar in there. He's got a stage. He's got a make it rain machine. This guy's got everything. And Paul was like going to just sleep in and not go in. We're like, dude, you got to go. You have to go. Because this dude's a morning show personality. I mean, he rips people. He talks to people and stuff. But I mean, they were grateful that we were there. So it wasn't like that. We just all hung out. Everything was cool. But Paul came in and man, he made such a difference in it. He's just so quick with his jokes and with everything. He's definitely, but he's a prankster too, man. He's always doing crazy stuff.
Cool.
Like setting off confetti cannons in people's bunks. And it's just crazy shit. So
nice. Let's see. I was at my first NAMM show this past January.
Oh, cool.
Out
Okay.
in Anaheim. So I have a new look or new perspective on music gear now. I don't know if you guys have ever been.
Yes. Yeah, I love NAMM. I didn't go. I wanted to go this year, but man, we were just trying to spend as much time at home before we had to start this freaking journey.
Right. What gear does Saliva use exclusively?
Gear?
Yeah, like
Wayne's with DBZ, Diamond amps and DBZ guitars, and Paul has Crush drums. They're out of Tampa. I think DBZ's out of Houston, Texas. Dave's got Ampeg. I mean, I don't really think any bass player should play anything other than Ampeg.
okay.
And I'm singing just through Sennheiser, wireless 945, I think, or something.
Cool.
And we got in-ears and all that, dude. So.
Awesome. I'm an artist myself. I'm always like visual artist. I'm always interested in checking out bands, album artwork, merch, T-shirt designs, and all that stuff.
We got plenty of that.
Yeah, I actually did the artwork for one of your openers tonight, Bloodline Riot.
Oh, cool.
Did their CD cover, T-shirt designs.
Nice.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the band's involvement in the design work for like album covers and CDs and stuff like that? Or whose idea was it to have the Rise Up on the booty shorts out there?
That would probably just have to be a management call, and like just trying to increase different things, different pieces of things to sell, and it's different. Not everyone's going to want a shirt. Not every girl's going to want a shirt. She's going to want shorts, or whatever. And but as far as the album artwork and stuff like that, it's just ideas, and you give it to the people that are creative. I couldn't have came up with that Rise Up cover, but there was a few different ones sent to us, and that was the one we were like, yep.
Yeah, I've seen like two different designs, I think, of Rise Up. One was more graphic,
yep.
And then obviously
that was for the single, and then the record release. That's what the record's on.
Cool. So, what can we expect from Saliva in the future?
Just more touring, more music, just definitely more touring. Oh my God, dude. This band is no stranger to the road, so
right.
Yeah, we're rock and roll train's gonna keep going, man. No one's quitting, no one's giving up. Everything's good, so we're in a very positive place right now. We're in a very motivated place right now, and very driven. So
cool. What's the most bizarre thing to happen to you while on stage? Anything come to mind?
Oh yeah. Dude, the freaking big, sweaty, saggy boobs that are always in the front row, dude. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Big bra.
Yeah, dude. Let me just tell you, we played a show in was it Algona, Iowa, or was it Springfield, Indiana, or something? I don't know, but it was like one of those Abate Rally biker things. There were like 10,000 people in this campground, dude. We were headlining a show one night, and everyone's like naked. Like the whole like front row was like naked women, dude. It was like, so seeing that can be bizarre,
right,
at times.
Yeah.
It's definitely, but it's good,
A little distracting.
Let it out, man. Hey, you're free. Everyone was free, so it's good.
Awesome. Have you guys ever played overseas, or do you have any plans to play overseas?
The band has, yes. We were supposed to go to Russia at the end. We're supposed to be in Russia right now. We put the kibosh on that because of there was only 3 shows I think booked, and they're like, we need to go and make that 18-hour flight to go and do more than just 3 shows. So
right.
It made more sense to wait
and plug the album here in the States.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to plug or add, or any shout outs you want to
Man, just saliva.com, Facebook, Instagram. Records coming out April 29th. It's pretty much that's what we're here. So.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for your time. I look forward to the show tonight.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much.